Thank you for joining Aleta and myself for today's Take 10 Mindfulness Minutes. We'll begin with a short meditation followed by 3 gratitude prompts. Make yourself comfortable and close your eyes. Take a slow, deep breath and let go of any tension as you feel yourself sinking into the surface you're resting on, becoming still more comfortable and relaxed. Take another slow, deep breath and release your thoughts, letting them drift far away. And take another slow, deep breath and know that in this moment, all is well. Imagine you're walking in a wide open grassy field in the country just before dawn on a crisp fall morning. It's quiet and there's some early morning fog rising from the ground. As you walk along, you can feel the uneven ground beneath your feet. You're carrying a heavy backpack, and it's filled with all the worries that have been weighing on you lately. You can enjoy the morning so much more if you were to put that down, but you just haven't felt ready to do that yet. So you continue walking on through the field. Soon you begin to make out some kind of large round shape coming up out of the fog a little way ahead. As you come closer, you see that it's a hot air balloon, just finishing filling up. The basket is tied down with 4 ropes, staked into the ground on all sides. There's a burner above the basket heating the balloon, and the balloon itself is made up of colorful sections of material, arranged in strips running top to bottom. It's quite a sight to behold. There's a brass plaque on the side of the basket, and as you take a closer look, you see that it has your name written upon it in ornate scrolled letters. And printed below your name are the words, "Let the healing begin." Well, that sounds promising. Now you know where you can put your backpack full of worries. Better take a last look at them just to make sure. Pull your heavy backpack off your shoulders, one strap at a time, and put it down. Take each worry out of the backpack, one at a time. What do worries look like? They could be anything. Some people's look like globs of gray goop. Some look like spiky metal balls. Some people's looks more like an old musty encyclopedia volume. Take each worry out of your backpack. Take a look at it to be sure you know what it is. Become certain you'd like to let it go, and toss it into the basket. Take a few moments to do this for each and every worry. Once you've gotten all of the worries out of the backpack and tossed them into the basket below the balloon, go ahead and toss the backpack in there too. You won't be needing that now. The basket is filling up, and now the balloon is completely inflated and ready to go. It's pulling hard against the ropes and looks eager to take off. Look down to your right, and you'll see a big knife and a leather sheath. Pick it up and pull off the sheath. The blade is gleaming stainless steel and very, very sharp. It's going to feel really good to cut those 4 ropes with this knife. Go to the first rope and cut it with a knife. It cuts like butter, and the balloon shakes a little, leaning a bit to one side. This is good. Go to the opposite side of the balloon and cut the rope there. Easy peasy. The balloon wobbles a bit. Cut the 3rd rope, and the balloon leads toward the side of the last one, straining hard and ready to take off. You're ready to say goodbye to your worries and the balloon. Cut that last rope, and the balloon begins to rise. As the balloon ascends, you begin to feel freer, and as it rises further, ties you may still have to any worries becomes thinner. The balloon goes higher and higher, gets smaller and smaller till you can barely see it. And now it's gone. Nothing in the sky but a few puffy white clouds and a flock of geese, way up there flying in a V formation, migrating toward their winter home. You're free. Imagine everything ahead of you in your life working out perfectly. Visualize all of your affairs going exactly the way you'd like them to go. Be happy. Look forward to your life. Put your mind in good order. It's a little later in the morning now, and you walk on through the field to the other side. And as you come close to the edge of the field, you notice the scene has changed to a setting somewhere in your everyday life, one that is very positive and enjoyable for you. Put yourself as fully as possible into this positive, happy scene. It's almost time to bring this inner journey to a close, but first take a moment to thank yourself for giving yourself this gift. Gradually bring your awareness back to your physical surroundings. Take your time, and when you're ready, open your eyes and feel awake, alert, and refreshed.
Thank you, Christy. That felt amazing. I don't know about you guys, but I tend to keep a lot of my tension, besides up in my shoulders and neck, down in my belly. And for some reason, that the balloon analogy just made the tension release from my stomach and my gut midsection. That was great. So today, for our gratitude portion of our Take 10, I wanted to focus on friendship. And I have a quote here from Seneca where it's great pleasure is to be found not only in keeping up an old and established friendship, but also in beginning and building up a new one. So we can find gratitude for friendships, both old and new. And just like our relationships with family or colleagues can become tense and difficult at times, so can friendships. Anytime we're interacting with other humans, that can occur. But there is also sheer joy and really fun and exciting things when we have relationships that are nourishing to us, much of which friendships can be. So let's go ahead and move into our gratitude prompts for today. Our first one is just what we've spoken about, to reflect on a friend or friendship that you've had. It can be an old one or a new one that's just beginning. Who are you grateful for and why? So if you don't mind sharing in the chat box, go ahead and put that into the chat box, and it might spur just some inspiration or reminders of other friends. I'll share one. I have a new friendship that has been forming probably about over the last year. It's through our kids' sports. You know, you spend a lot of time with other families. And last week I noticed how happy we were as a family when our kids were playing and when we were together, you know, just informally. And I was grateful for it, that just happiness of the time that we spend together and someone that we can talk with without judgment, and kind of share our concerns and positives with each other. So anyway, I sent her an email, and it said something like totally random appreciation. And I sent her just how much I appreciated our new friendship and how it made me feel and why I was grateful for her. And I just thought that was a really interesting thing, like someone that I have never met in all the years that I've been alive, and how I can feel so grateful for someone brand new in my life. So I bet you have those same kind of things, whether it's an old friendship or a new one. So think about that friend and put those into the chat box, why you might be grateful for them. The next one is to reflect on freedoms you have. Of course, we're coming off of the heels of the 4th of July, where the theme is freedom. So I thought I would make sure we reflect on that. What freedoms are you grateful for today? It might be the freedom to speak your mind. It might be the freedom to sit and do nothing on that day that you had off, whatever that may be. So what freedoms are you grateful for? And our last gratitude prompt for today is what gave you comfort in the recent day or weekend? I would say for me, the air conditioning sure gave us great comfort as it was very hot here in Houston. What gave you that comfort over the weekend? It could be physical comfort or emotional comfort. All right. And then as we wrap up our gratitude, we want to take that into appreciation. I already shared how I took my gratitude and shared that into appreciation by sending a note to a friend, which, by the way, she replied saying, yeah, that was totally random, but absolutely, it made her feel great to receive it. And she shared why she was being intentional in the friendship as well, and how, what she loved about it. So again, that just rebounded and came right back to me like a boomerang and making me feel good, even better. So I hope you'll try sending a letter of appreciation to a colleague or a friend that you're thankful for. So that wraps up our 10 minutes today that we've taken on our mindfulness, and I hope it sets the tone for a great week ahead. Thanks for joining us.